Wow, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I take back what I just said.
You're still my favorite queen of the night. A friend, let's drive off again. Let's drive off again. My favorite queen of the night. A friend, let's drive off again. Let's drive off again.
All right, Glam Fam, let's jump right into it. So we're doing a little mini haul today. We're gonna feature this new ABH Cosmos palette, but I also have the Huda Faux Filter Color Corrector, and I have the new Maybelline Tattoo we're gonna use with the Cosmo palette. These are their shadow sticks. And then I wanted to test out this I've already been playing with it, but I wanted to show you guys this Tower 28 SOS spray. So let's jump right into that. I have a few other products we're gonna cover, but I cannot tell you guys how much I have been loving and prepping my skin with this every day. This is the Tower 28 SOS Save Your Skin, and this is the Daily Restorative Facial Spray. And it comes in 2 sizes. Actually, it comes in 3 sizes. So the standard size on Sephora is $28. You get 4 ounces and 120 mils of products. You're looking at about 23 cents per mil. And then you can also buy the travel size if you want to test it out, and that's $12. You get 1 ounce, 30 mils, and about 40 cents per mil. So you're paying a little bit more, double the amount per mil by buying the travel size, but it's great for traveling. And they also have a refill size on the Tower 28 website, and that retails for $68, but you get 16 ounces. I am going to be purchasing that eventually when they have a good sale, and I do have an affiliate link with Tower 28 and also with Sephora. So if you want to purchase it at either store, I will have all the links in the description box. As always, when you guys utilize my affiliate links, it really does support my channel. And on their site, you can do a subscribe and save and get 10% off all the time. So that's really nice that they have that, but you do have to pay for shipping over $30. Just keep that in mind. This has an 18-month shelf life, and it's made in the USA. It's a soothing, purifying, and repairing daily rescue spray for angry, stressed out skin, 100% natural, dermatology tested, clinically proven. This SOS Save Your Skin has received the National Eczema Association Seal of Acceptance and is safe for all skin types. You can use this in the AM or PM, however you want to use it. You can use it for both. That's what I do on clean skin in place of a toner to maintain and prevent redness and irritation. Also, you can use it throughout the day over makeup and as needed for like post-workout or just to refresh and purify your skin. This is super powered by hypochlorous acid. Never heard of it? Well, your body has. Like hyaluronic acid and ceramides, hypochlorous acid is made naturally by your skin and is an anti-inflammatory and antibacterial that helps defend your skin from harmful bacteria. It reduces redness and soothes irritation. This unique solution is pH balanced 4.5 and formulated for facial skin, but is safe to use on all ages anywhere on your skin. What I love is this ingredient list. It's literally 3 ingredients, and the main ingredient is in there, hypochlorous acid. I love that. Hypochlorous acid is normally extremely unstable and loses its benefits when exposed to air, but their scientists spent over 8 years perfecting this formula to make it safe and stable for cosmetic use. Now, Sephora did just launch the moisturizer to go along with this line, or Tower 28 launched it at Sephora, but unfortunately that does have coconut alkalines in it. So be aware of that. I will not be picking that up because coconut alkalines, like many of you, break out my skin. So I stick to this, and I can't tell you guys how amazing this has been on my skin. I've been using this for 5 days. I didn't want to talk about it. I didn't want to include it in my favorites because I wanted to keep on using it. So this will probably be in July favorites because it's that good. So I used it before I did my makeup today, but I'm going to use it over my foundation and powder right now just to see. I have yet to try this, and I wanted to see because sometimes the spritzer can disrupt makeup. So I just want to see if that works out fine and no disruption whatsoever. That still looks really good. Wow, that is really nice. Okay, and then one other product before we jump into the other products is this Algenist Genius Liquid Collagen. I just did a reel on this, so I went into more in depth on the details, but I used this prior to what I have on right now, which I can't talk about yet, but I will get to this later on in another video because I haven't launched this yet. But this I have on underneath it, and I've been using this morning and night, and it is really amazing. You can pick this up at Sephora as well, and I think it retails for $29. I'll put the retail USD price right there and what it looks like up close, but I have been really liking this. This is just helps restore, has ceramides and liquid collagen in there and microalgae to really restore your chapped lips. It's supposed to give more of a plumping appearance, but it doesn't give you like that ultra plump, just so you guys know that, but it is really good. So I have that on, and that's it. And then the other product I can't talk about yet. And then now let's talk about this concealer before we jump into the ABH Cosmos palette. So this is the new Huda Beauty Faux Filter Color Corrector. This retails for $30 USD. You get 0.3 ounces and 9 mils of product. You're looking at about $3.33 per mil. It has a 12-month shelf life. It's made in Italy and is cruelty-free. It's available in 5 shades. They have pink pomelo, which is the light pink for fair to light skin tones, and that's the shade I went with. You can go with the medium one, which is more of a peach color corrector, but that looked way too dark, and this one right here is really dark. So I kind of just feel like even with a lot of Huda shades, they tend to run on the darker end. So I don't feel like fair skin girls have, you know, as many options in the Huda line, in my opinion, and that's just my personal opinion. But for me, even the pink pomelo is a bit dark for my taste and what I like for color correctors. And again, that's just my taste and my preferences. But definitely try it out. If you are any fairer or lighter than me, definitely go with the lightest shade, is the one we're testing out today. This delivers a medium coverage with a natural finish, and its highlighted ingredients are vitamin C and niacinamide. Just so you guys know, the concealer is more of a full coverage with a matte finish. So this being a color corrector makes sense that this is more of a medium coverage and a more natural finish. It's a lightweight color corrector that visibly corrects, evens, and brightens the under eyes with a crease, sweat, and transfer-proof formula that blends seamlessly. Let's take a look at the full ingredient list. There is no coconut oil or coconut alkalines, I should say, in there. So I really love that. There is cocoa seed butter, just so you guys know that. Some people are allergic to that and can be prone to breaking out with that. So just so you guys know, it is a little bit further down on the list, but you do see niacinamide in there, and you can take a look at the rest of the ingredients, just the dimethicones and trimethicones and stuff like that. But water is the first ingredient, just so you guys know. Let's jump into it. I'm going to show you guys the color once again. So I'm just gonna put it, I have a little bit of darkness still peeking through there. So little goes a long way with this. I wouldn't put that much. I think that's enough. I don't really think you need more than that unless you're really trying to cover something. And then I'm gonna just take my BK Beauty, this is the 109 brush, and I'm just gonna kind of spread that out a little. And as you can tell, it's like a dark peachy pink right there. And then I like to take my sponge, my Dose of Colors sponge, and I just like to go in and just blend out like that. So it covered it, but as you can tell, it's not covering it like tremendously good. Not like my Surratt one, and I feel like the Surratt one I can wear with any concealer. I just like it better. This one's okay, and you guys know how much I love the Huda concealer. So for me to say I don't really care for it is saying a lot. And I'm just gonna go back in with the 109, make sure that we have more coverage. It wore nicely, I'm not gonna lie, but it depended on the concealer. So when I tried it with the Huda concealer, I didn't like it. It was breaking apart for some reason. But when I did it with my Hourglass, what we're gonna use today, it was fine. So I'm gonna use Cotton with Hourglass Vanish Concealer. I just talked about this in my favorites for June, and it's just been the one I've been reaching for all the time lately. And I'm just gonna put that right there. This is a really good undertone for my girls out there that are similar to me, and that's all I need. And then this dries down really fast, and I think that's because it has a little bit more of a matte dry down is why I like this one so much. And then I'm just gonna go in with my brush, and I'm just gonna kind of, this is not available anymore, sorry guys. I'm just gonna kind of spread that around, a little bit right there. I just love this Hourglass concealer. And I already prepped my under eyes with my Dermatology eye patches. You guys know I cannot do my concealer looks without my eye patches. Those are the brightening eye masks, and you can use my code Kristi20 at checkout. Again, those affiliate links really help to support my channel, so I appreciate when you utilize my dermatology link. I know there's a lot of influencers that probably have dermatology links, but really appreciate when you guys use mine, so thank you. Yeah, it's just not my favorite, to be honest with you, but it's nice. I mean, as you can tell, it covered up the purple. There's still a little bit of purple peeking through, but if I built that up even more, it would just look cakey. And that's what I really personally love about the Surratt one that I used in my full face of Surratt. You can check it out. I did it in that video. This color corrector, I get a powder. Now it's a lot more expensive, but you get 2 color corrector colors plus an under eye powder, which I really love. And this is shade 2 in the Perfector, and these are my perfect shades for color correcting. I feel like it covered it up, it lasted all day, it did not budge, because this type of waxy formula just does not move. But it's a little bit trickier to work with, but once you do, I mean, it just is incredible. Like, it just stays, and you can just use it with your finger. And I actually been using this as an eyeshadow base lately, so I really love that. We're gonna use that as the eyeshadow base today, just to show you guys. But that is how it looks, and then we'll set it down in just a second. We're gonna take my one size, turn up the base in shade 2R. Now that looks better. Once I put the powder on, I feel like it just makes everything look better. Just washed my Makeup Forever puff. These wash so nicely. Every time I do my darks, I throw my puffs in the washer with the darks. And it washes and dries so pretty. But that is how it looks. So I'll pull you guys in close, and then I'll show you guys what it looks like outside of my studio lights. And that is how it looks once I set it down with all of my powders. All right, I'll give you my thoughts at the end, but it's just kind of, I don't know. Anyway, let's move on. So this is the new ABH Cosmos eyeshadow palette. This is not brand new, but it's been a while. It's been out for about a month now, I guess you can say, but I just am getting to it now. But this retails for $55 USD. You can purchase this on Sephora, Ulta, ABH, Beautylish. I'll put all the retail stores right there. But this is formulated without phyphalates, mineral oil, alcohol, talc, sulfates, and parabens, just so you guys know, and it is cruelty-free. This is inspired by explosively sparkling star-filled galaxies. This contains 12 pigmented eyeshadows ranging from neutral to turquoise tones and matte and intensely reflective metallic finishes. She describes this as an essential eyeshadow collection that features highly pigmented, easy to blend formulas with a diverse color range. It is a really beautiful color story if you like those pops of color. If you like more neutral tones, this may not be your color story for $55. So it's all relative in what you guys think. But let's move on to the shades and let's take a look at those swatches. So I'll show you guys what the swatches look like up close in video. They're very reflective, very beautiful with all ABH shadows in my opinion. They're just so pretty. But let's start off with that first shade, and that's called Super Cluster, and that's a duochrome bluish green with a multi-dimensional sparkle. That's my favorite shade in the palette. It is unbelievably gorgeous. And then we have Sun, which is a duochrome pink bronze, Orion, a metallic icy pink with gold sparkle, Mercury, a metallic titanium with sparkling reflex, Qsar, a duochrome green gold with multi-dimensional sparkle, Galaxy, a matte deep blue with bluish green sparkle, Space Dust, a matte sandstone, Comet, matte toasted peach, Eclipse, matte muted plum, Supernova, a duochrome pink lilac with multi-dimensional sparkle, Mars, a matte rusty brown, and Dark Matter, a matte black velvet. Really beautiful formulas, I have to say that, but as all ABH shadows historically, they do have a lot of fallout, so just be careful with that. That's something that you'll just want to really work on with your technique and packing more than doing a lot of swiping motions. I find that makes Anastasia Beverly Hills a lot more workable that way. And I just personally, I love her formula. I absolutely love it. I know it's hit or miss with a lot of people, but for me personally, I love her formulas. This just isn't a lot of the shades I would personally use all the time, but they're beautiful. They're absolutely stunning, and I'm glad I have it. So let's start off with that first shade, and that's called Space Dust, and we're going to use that as the transition shade. But before we do that, I already mentioned I'm going to utilize this Surratt color corrector as my eyeshadow base because I've been doing that a lot off camera. You guys know I love my Gerard Cosmetics one. It's my absolute favorite. But for quick days, I kind of just been reaching for this lately, and it's kind of nice if you were traveling. I'm going to pull in my light here just a little bit more so I can see. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take it on to this Anastasia Beverly Hills, and this is A4 and like a concealer flat brush, and we're gonna pack on this color corrector, and I'm gonna take the lightest one. It just leaves such a nice finish and it works really good. I saw Troy Surratt do this in a video and I was like, oh, I can use that as an eyeshadow base. Now I'm just gonna take this Amazon cheap brush, I'll put it down, but I actually really like it for blending out. It's really soft and nice. I'll put the link down below. Sometimes you find those little gems on Amazon. And see how nice that looks? Ooh, I really like that. Okay, we're gonna do that same color, the first one, the light peach, I think it's called. I'm just gonna kind of do that. And we're just using this as the eyeshadow base. I really like this Anastasia brush too, because it's like a concealer brush, so you can use this to color correct too, just like that. So pretty, right? And then I'm just gonna take my Charlotte Tilbury powder, and I like to just take my little puff I was using with it, and I'm just going to set that down. I had to pull my hair back a little there. Okay, so we set that down. I'm gonna show you guys this little pink powder that comes on the bottom. I'm just like kind of highlighting like that. So pretty, right? Okay. All right, that's all done. Now we're gonna go into that first shade again, and that is the Space Dust, and that is the first one on the second row, I should say. Really beautiful color. I'm gonna take that on to my Sigma, and this is the E28. I love using this brush to, especially with Anastasia shadows, because you can really press that in. That's what that color looks like. We're just gonna press that into the crease. As you guys will notice, no fallout for me because I'm pressing that in. Now I'm gonna take this Sigma E45 Max and nothing on the brush, and I'm just gonna kind of go over that, and see how that just blends so easily and nice. Much easier technique than going in there and just going like this, and then it goes all over the place. We're just going on the opposite side. Such a beautiful color. Sometimes when you work just a little bit slower, you prevent a lot of messing up. But what a beautiful transition shade. That is so pretty. I'm gonna take, because I always have this shade in my makeshift Z palette, I actually have a few Anastasia shades in here. This one is called Warm Taupe, I wanna say. Yeah, Warm Taupe from ABH. And you can buy these singles on her website. I always have this shade in there, and I also love this one from ABH. And this one is called Venice. It's a really beautiful duochrome bluish shade. It has a lot of pigment in pack, and what I love about this one is I love putting it underneath that blue one. So I'll show you guys. This is Venice. See how it has way more impact, and then I'll show you guys what this galactic one, Super Cluster. This is that blue one in the palette. Now this has a lot of base on its own, but even over it, it gives it, this is by itself. Okay, that's that one, and then Super Galactic, I think that's what it's called. And then if you put it over that, look at how much more impact that is. So pretty, right? Love that color. Oh, I love putting those two together. It's just such a beautiful, beautiful shade. I don't know if we're gonna do that in this look. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see where I go with it. But I'm gonna use a little bit of Warm Taupe onto the Sigma E45, the same brush. And see how that's very powdery, so you have to be careful. And I'm just gonna kind of go above that And I'm just gonna kind of blend out and give that really like a blown out look with this color. So pretty, right? I love warm taupe. It literally goes with warm looks, neutral looks, and cool tone looks. It's one of the best shades ever made. Again, warm taupe. And I want to say they're $12. I'll put the price point right there on the ABH website only. So I will have that link below. But I really love that color. We'll probably keep going back to that to clean up edges. All right, now let's go into this shade called Comet. And that is one of the darker shades, and we're gonna use that on the outer corner. I'm gonna take that onto my Sonia G Mini Booster, and we're gonna go in with that shade Comet. And we're gonna focus that one right there. This has definitely more of a red undertone to it. It's not my favorite, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I think these tones look better on like darker skin tones, in my opinion. You have some fallout there, see? That brush is a little too fluffy, so see how that one, because it's a natural hair brush, it just is a lot fluffier. So I'm just trying to get that off so that it doesn't stain the skin. Okay, obviously you can do so many different looks with this. I'm really sitting here trying to decide because that is way more red toned than I even imagined, and I don't think that's gonna look good with the blue. I've only done the blue with just my own browns. I haven't played with these other shades yet. So I think for this look today, we're gonna stick to more of those warm tones just because this look is already pulling so much warmth in there. So we'll kind of play with those pink and orange tones, even though I'm not a real big pink person. So now let's go in with that darker purple color, and we'll just kind of start drawing in the pink that I'm wearing today. Now, because I have to find a stiffer brush. So I think we're gonna go in with this Rougher number 12 brush. It's just a more domed, dense brush. I'm gonna pull that dark purple now. And I'm gonna try to counteract some of this red on my eye. I'm just gonna press that in, packing it in more. And don't worry, if it looks messy there, we're gonna blend out the edges, obviously. I'm just trying to pack it in there without getting it all over the place. I wanna try to utilize as much shades in the palette. I really wanted to focus on the blue, but we'll just save that for a different look. All right, now I'm gonna take this reddish tone color, the darker one, onto the Sonia G Mini Booster, and that shade is called Mars. All right, I'm gonna go back in to Space Dust. Oh my gosh, Kristi, really? I'm going back in to that dark purple Eclipse color. All right, now because I want to use this purple from Maybelline, and this is called these are brand new, and these are their Color Tattoo 24-hour eye sticks. They retail for $9.99 and you get 0.049 ounces. It's available in 10 shades. The color we're going to use today is called I Am Fearless, and this is a shimmer lilac. I know some of you are allergic to coconut alkalines even on your eyelid, and you get really severe rashes, so I wanted to point that out. This does contain coconut oil. Unfortunately, everything is coconut oil these days, and it's really getting frustrating. I wish they would just leave that ingredient out, seriously. So we're gonna use this one again. This is called I Am Fearless, and we're gonna put this on the eyelid as a base. It is a really beautiful color. Out of all of them, the three that I tried, this is my favorite. And this is the only one I liked. The other ones just were not good. Now, one thing is they're very dry, so just keep that in mind. Keep those lids moisturized. You don't have a lot of wiggle room with this, so yeah, this is a very dry formula. I would be really cautious in that, but it's such a pretty color. Now I'm gonna go in with, I think we're gonna we'll do this pink first just to test it out. Same Rougher number 2 brush. I haven't tested out these shades yet. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, it's really pretty. Over that purple. Oh my gosh, that's really pretty. Okay, let's just take that all over there. We'll do it on, I'm gonna leave that center for the center color for this color, but we'll do this one first. Oh, that's really pretty. That is called Orion. That is really beautiful. Those are the kind of pinks I can get on board with. Holy macro, that is so pretty. Oh, let's go into Mars again. Make sure we put some pigment back in there. Clean up any mess ups we had. Oh, that is really pretty. Okay, now let's go in with this color, and this is called Supernova. Oh my gosh, this color is unreal. Wow. Let me show you guys. I mean, how beautiful is that color? That is the gift that keeps on giving. Ooh. Ooh. That is so pretty. What? Oh my gosh, I did not think I was going to love that this much. Wow, that is so pretty. Oh my gosh, I take back what I just said. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. I love sparkles so much. That is unreal. That is so incredibly beautiful. That is so incredibly beautiful. Oh my gosh, this literally takes my breath away. It's so pretty. Okay, I'm gonna take this Stila, and these are just their eyeliners. I'll put the name of it right there. It's such a beautiful color. You can pick these up at, I think at Ulta. I'm not sure if Sephora has this one. I'm gonna use this What's Up Beauty in R112, and I'm actually gonna go into the darkest shade, and that's called Dark Matter. And I'm going to use that as the eyeliner. I'm just gonna kind of take that to that lower lash line, keeping it really tight. I like this brush because it keeps it really tight. It's like a purple black. I like it, I like it. Okay, now I'm gonna go into my rougher number 23, and we're gonna go back into the one we were using, Eclipse. I wouldn't say this is the best matte formula. As you can tell, it keeps breaking apart right there. This particular color, this particular Eclipse color. So I'm kind of surprised with that a little. But the metallics and the sparkles in this palette are undeniably the most beautiful sparkles. Undeniably. I am gonna take this darker one that we were using as the eyeliner, and we're gonna try to fill in those gaps onto this Chiba Huda. This right here just keeps breaking apart. So I can clean that up later, but I'm gonna try taking that dark one there. That's helping. That's a much better matte. It's a little bit drier, this shade, this dark matter shade, but it's sticking better for some reason. Okay, now I'm gonna take my rougher number 3 brush, and I think what we're gonna do is we're just actually gonna use this one. I don't want too red of a look underneath, so just that first transition shade. I highly suggest getting this warm taupe if you like ABH shadows, because it is so good. I'm gonna take the Scott Barnes brush, going back into warm taupe. All right, Sigma E61 as always. So this is a new mascara from What's Up Beauty. You guys know I use a lot of their brushes, and they just released this on July 7th. It's called the Volumizing and Lengthening Mascara for $23. It's a clean formula with lash-loving ingredients that's cruelty-free and made in Italy. Again, this is a clean formula, so it's made without known toxic and carcinogenic ingredients like carbon black, and designed to hold curl all day with no flaking. This is a hybrid brush that comes with both twisted wire bristles to load the mascara and add volume, and silicone comb to define and lengthen and curl the lashes for a buildable Italian-made formula. I am just so impressed with this packaging. And I don't really do too many looks without eyelashes. I always wear lashes, but we're gonna put this on before I do my falsies, just so you guys can see what it looks like on my normal lashes. It's so weird because I never do mascara. I'm really picky with my mascaras, so we are gonna see how this one wears. And they just sent this over in PR, just so you guys know. It's nice, it's not clumping up, which is nice. I don't have the longest lashes anymore. I did lash extensions for a while, and it completely ruined my lashes forever. So I will have to wear this more to see how I'm going to like it, but so far so good. I'm gonna pop on my falsies in a second, and I will be right back. That is how everything came together once I popped on my Anastasia Beverly Hills Georgina lashes. Those are some of my favorite lashes of all time. I love the lengthy ones that are only sold on ABH, but I also love Georgina, which is sold on ABH and on Sephora.com. All in all, this palette is really pretty for the most part. Okay, I had some issues with these darker shades. I think so far I haven't tried the blue in that taupey gray color yet, but this color I think performs really well, as you guys saw. That one actually isn't too bad, but these darker ones right here actually started giving me an allergic reaction as it kept going on. And then at one point, I don't even know if you'll see it in another video I filmed, but I didn't notice it till after I was filming, and it was like all gone, like a whole patch was missing. So I had to patch it up, and this would not patch over. Like I couldn't get it to stick. So I actually had to go into my Norvina ABH palette. If you like purples, I highly recommend this one more probably than even that palette. And I had to go into some of those darker colors to really kind of patch in those holes and kind of create the similar tones, but that's the only thing I'm gonna say that this palette. Now, if I can just have this color and that color, I really like this color as well. That is such a pretty color, and I love those three. So if I can have those three and that one on its own, I would have preferred this palette, but it's really hard. I had mixed emotions with this palette, so take it with a grain of salt. Maybe some of you had more luck with some of the shades on your eyes, but for some reason my eyes just didn't want to accept it for some reason. So I'm gonna give this a KristiAllure scar of 15 out of 25. So I give it 3 out of 5 stars. I don't know if this is something I could honestly sit there and go, wow, that's the best palette of all time. So that's my thoughts on that. I want to show you guys how this Huda color corrector is wearing on day 3 now. So I have tried it with 3 different concealers now, and the first one was the Huda concealer. Not so impressed with it, the combination. Hourglass was my favorite. This is the one size. Still looks pretty good though. At least I'm not getting that patchiness right there. Is this a concealer, color corrector, I should say, I would reach for? Probably not, but it's still beautiful. And it's a really gorgeous formula as always with Huda products, but it just wasn't light enough for my taste. If you're any lighter than me, I do not recommend this product personally, but do you and do what makes you feel beautiful. But I thought I'd show you guys what it looks like outdoor. All right, let's roll over into my glam score. As far as the concealer goes, same thing. I'm going to give it 3 out of 5 stars, 15 out of 25 KristiAllure score. I think application-wise, it went on really pretty, but it just, for me, is not the best color corrector in my opinion. So for me, 15 out of 25, take it with a grain of salt. All right, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you are new here and you made it this far, please remember to hit that subscribe button and click the post notification bell. Join us, we're here every week. Be sure to check out last week's video, and please give this video a huge thumbs up when you guys hit the like button, and comment below and share the video. It really does help my videos out. All of the affiliate links to all of these products, codes, all of that are down in the description box. As always, when you guys utilize my links, it really does help support a channel like mine. You can follow me on all of my socials. Please check out my merch, Glamorous Life Collections, and I will see you guys on the next video. Love you guys, bye.
Never up, never down, never. Like a theme in a song, clever. Feeling high, feeling low at the same time. Feels so right, then I'm wrong, hoping I'll be fine. But I get up, I always do. I never think, I always do. Never thought